Dicefunctional, where a bunch of friends sit around, play some Dungeons and Dragons, and share the story with you, our wonderful audience. Thank you everyone so much for being here. We appreciate your presence. And hey, a special warm welcome to those of you who might be tuning in for the first time. Greetings and salutations to you, friends. We hope you enjoy your first taste of this group of friends, this adventuring party, and everything that we have to offer. And if this is not your first time here, greetings to you as well. Welcome back. I realized I've never said that before, but welcome back to all of you. Before we dive into this next part of the adventure of the Neighborhood Watch, let me let you know where you can continue to watch all of this, watch some stuff that's previously happened, or hey, if you enjoy this and you need some good content in your life, here's where you can check us out. First and foremost, if you like watching things live, make sure to head on over to Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Dicefunctional, where you can tune in every Saturday at around 4 p.m. Eastern Time. You can join in and watch this game live as it happens. You can chat with us as we're doing things and be part of the show. We are also live throughout the week doing other various video game things, so you can continue to hang out with us then. If you need to get caught up on previous episodes, if you want to watch some other stuff that we've done, you can head on over to YouTube, youtube.com/@Dicefunctional. When you go over there, you can watch all of our campaign 2. You can watch all of campaign 1, and there's a lot to campaign 1. We also have some other one-shot content. We have some other ttrpg content that's a lot of fun. We have some art content and some video content as well that you could partake in and enjoy at your leisure. If you prefer listening to things, or if that's the best way that you can consume this content, we got you covered there too. Wherever it is you get your podcasts, just search Dicefunctional. We'll be there. Got your entire campaign 1 and 2 up to date there on the feed, so be sure to check that out, especially if you need to get caught up before an episode. If you want to connect with us on socials, we are at Dicefunctional everywhere except for on Twitter, where we are at Dicefunctional with an underscore. And if you want more information on the players and or on the characters and want to see some amazing art to go with all of those, search Dicefunctional wherever it is you do the searching. We have an amazing website that has all of that stuff for you to check out at your leisure. But we have a D&D game to get to, so let's do exactly that. Connor, take it away.
So, where we last left the Neighborhood Watch, they had just wrapped up some dirty work over at Hargrack, dealing with an entire bar full of stone hearts and mercilessly slaughtering them. The party then was able to find Celebrin, Darius's spouse, as well as the soul gem holding the soul of Queen Orpheus Stural, the recently deceased monarch. You guys were also able to unintentionally complete an assassination request that was given to you all by some shady folk you know from down south. You're not sure how that's going to pan out, but I did mark off that assassination quest as completed anyways, because you did do it.
Yeah.
Asher, the party's artificer, managed to build a new body for the queen, who thanked the party, and then made it clear that they were going to be handsomely rewarded for their actions, and then sent her off on her way so that the party could then start making their way to the next place that they have decided is important, especially after meeting their newest party member, Ignatius, a paladin played by Cody, who pointed them in the direction of some of the Etetremini locations that you guys have found out about. And where we last left off, you guys are on a trip from Hargrack to this one right here, if I recall correctly. Should be about a day and a half travel with Asher's cart. You guys have plenty of time, and a majority of the roads over here are serviceable. They're more like dirt paths for carts and stuff like that. So you may occasionally need to move out of the way for sheep and stuff like that. But you at least do have the option to have some fairly easy travel for the next day or so. But that's where we last left off. Is there anything you guys need to do in the city before you leave, or do you want to start moving on to the travel time?
I know Kaz wanted to do stuff.
Yep.
No? You sure? Okay. Can I just get my hands on some diamond dust? I don't
Some
actually wanna do
diamonds?
it.
Yes. If I recall correctly, there should be a. Let me see. Jeweler? Is there a jeweler? Is there a jeweler? There we go. So you'd have two options. You could either go to the Crystal Palace, which is a glassmaker, but as they are a glassmaker, they do also have some facet work where they do there. So like making gems look nicer, stuff like that. Or you could actually just head over to Ash and Thorn, and just try to pick up some just piles of diamond dust if you need that.
Sure. I'll do that.
Yeah. Are you just looking for as much as possible, or is there a set?
Possible.
As much as possible. Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's for greater
Ashen.
restoration.
Yeah, I figured. Ash and Thorn is a magic shop in the middle of a major city. They do tend to have some very large quantities. They have about 1,000 diamond dust available if you really want to shell out all that cash.
If that's okay with people, I would like to do it.
It is. I would say leave it to the rest of the party and just see what they say. If they say yes, sure.
That's fine by me.
Ash. Diamond dust? Can I get
How much?
1,000?
Yeah.
Okay. Just waiting for everyone to be like, oh, sure.
Decision making of a man who's very stingy with their money. What's it for? Bringing people back for life. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
The thing is, Ash is not stingy, which makes that funnier.
Yeah, Fizzy is decidedly not stingy because she doesn't know what money's value is.
Yeah.
Want me to just take it out of the gold or the platinum? You still have a lot, so
just take
you're
it.
not. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say you're not hurting on funds.
Platinum, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do
That's
that.
100 platinum.
Yeah.
But this is 10 uses of greater restoration. So, let's say
Or
you turn to
revivification,
Stone
if you need to.
Asher. This will really help you.
Michelle, either note it on your inventory or note it in the group inventory. Either way, it needs to be written down somewhere. Michelle has frozen checking her mic, apparently. She's getting a secret message. What the fuck?
Sorry, my live wire into her, I guess, fucked it up.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. Mr. President, we can't get you on the radio, sir. What the fuck, Michelle? Her internet machine is not doing well today. I will note it in the group inventory.
No, I will do it in mine. It's fine.
Oh, okay, there we go.
you're back.
Now you're back.
I don't know what's happening with my internet today, but
Nope, it's okay. If we have to repeat things, it's fine.
I blame people touring.
I blame Taylor Swift.
No, rude. Absolutely not. She's not even touring right now. You can't blame her. It's the rain, okay? It's fucking raining today,
And
And?
and it's not supposed to rain at this time of year.
Is it raining swiftly, perhaps?
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Any of the other things that need to be done in the city itself? That would be a no.
Oh,
Okay.
I forgot something.
Yep.
Because of the subclass, Ignatius can cast Counterspell. So if
Yes.
you need scrolls of Counterspell, I can also make them as well as Fitz. So that basically doubles how many we can make in this time period.
You do also have that as an option. It requires the spell paper, though. Bear that in mind.
Yeah.
Thank you for confirming something for me, Cody.
Subclass, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cody is
It'd be-
Oath of the Watcher.
It would be pretty obvious once
That's
we
right.
rolled
That is
initiative,
right.
anyways.
That makes sense.
Okay. So, no one else has anything they want to do? Nope. Okay. So, beginning your trek from Hardrak to the you're going to the orange location that's been marked on the map, correct?
I think that was what it was.
That's it is one of the orange marks that was pinged last time. I just need to check because there are other ones on the map, of course, and there is one nearby. In fairness,
But so we were going to this one because it was a little bit closer than the other one.
fair. So, like I said, about a day and a half travel, nothing too serious. By the time you get there, it will be. Oh yeah, because Asher's Cart, you can go 24 hours. No stops. You don't have anything that you need to fuel up or animals you need to feed.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time you get there, it'll basically be 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Not too bad. On let's see, 1 o'clock in the afternoon on the 72nd, I believe. I
Mhm.
believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me just adjust that real quick while I move you. Any things that you guys need to do while you're on travel? Prep, item building, scenes, messing with stuff. It's up to you. You have plenty of time to do it. I'm giving Jess a little bit of time because I can see Jess is checking something.
I just need to make some more bullets, I think.
Okay. So for you, that's going to be a Tinker's Tools check, which is basically just it is your Tinker's Tools, so dexterity and proficiency, as you are crafting rounds effectively. And I'm pretty confident that you should have marked in your inventory the number of raw materials that you had.
I think I used them all up last time, but I didn't think about this until just now. So I can say I got some from Hardrak before we left. I only have 2 gold on my Pearson.
Just take it from party inventory, buddy.
Different party funds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You shooting people benefits the party.
The only time personal inventory
A wild statement.
is an issue is if you explicitly go off without taking one of the bags, because then you're stuck with your own gold.
Yes, in that case, you're screwed.
Trying to figure out how this roll.
Let's see.
Plus add 4 to that.
These
Well,
are mine. I thought these were shells, but they're not.
4, 11. So it'd be 11 on your check. You will be able to make some rounds for the gun. You have about 20. You can add that
Okay.
to your inventory. It will go slowly. And I believe that the cost is, I think it's like a gold piece for 20 shots. So something like that.
Yeah.
that works. I subtracted a gold from the party inventory.
Yes, Jess.
We have a jar of vampire teeth.
You do.
Mhm.
And I just checked because I could not remember. Those are mine because those are for processed things, not natural.
Vampire teeth are processed. They need to be refined in some way to be used.
I want to make shit with it.
Cool. So we finally get to play around with this a little bit more. With something like this, the vampire teeth, they are. Where is
Necrotic
it?
damage.
So they're a necrotic-based item. So as options go, you could make a necrotic poison, or you can make a necrotic resistance potion. So something to damage, or something to avoid being damaged. It's largely up to you. However you want to do that, I would leave that in your hands.
Kill.
Yeah, you want to make something to kill again. Okay. Vampire teeth are what tier are they? 3 or 4?
Give me 1 second. Let me scroll back up. On the same thing as Jabberwock teeth,
That's probably
which
tier
are
4.
tier 4.
Okay. So, your DC for these are going to be high, especially because I don't think you have a reagent to match up with it.
We never really discussed reagents enough, so I don't know how to do that.
That is fair. That is fair. So basically, think of it like this: the more materials you have for the reagents, the better the result will be, and the lower the DC is that you have to hit. If you're gonna try and make something just out of the effect reagent, it's gonna be tougher, but you can still do it.
That doesn't explain the other part that I need, though, because I don't know what to get that.
Oh, you could buy it from a chemist or a pharmacy. So you can buy it from back in Hard Rack if you want.
Yeah, because I didn't know I needed it.
That's fair.
Although this is a tier 4, so that's going to be really expensive, isn't it?
It would likely be extremely expensive to buy one of that quality. You could definitely buy something of lower quality, though, and that'd be pretty easy.
How much is the tier 4 going to cost?
If anybody has it, it would probably run you a good 500 gold, to be honest.
How about tier 3?
That would be closer to about 300.
That's fine. I'm taking from party.
Okay.
Fizzy ass, Deus does not.
Yep, that's fair. So you would be provided a small jar, about yay big. It's good for one use, of what appears to be almost like a gum or a paste, some kind of like a gum arabic maybe. You do note it has a somewhat porky smell to it.
Pork.
At least that's what it smells like. But it'll do for what you got to do.
Poison.
Okay. I want you to roll your it's poison making tools that you have, right?
Yeah, I have all 3.
Okay. I'd like you to roll, please.
Un momento, por favor.
Okay. Okay. 18. So, I'm gonna have to adjust those rolls. Those, I think, were too aggressive when I made those. I gotta work on those a little bit. So, you will wind up creating a vial of a kind of a murky white liquid. It is thick in a strange way. It coats the inside of the bottle the entire time, and appears to have almost like a sandy material interspersed throughout it now. But you're confident it'll work very well as a poison, especially for what you're doing.
Gross, but okay.
It is gross, but then again, you're making poison out of teeth. What are you expecting?
Yeah, I mark this off of the group inventory.
Thank you.
That's gone.
Does it have the consistency of gelatin because of like bone broth
It-
and stuff?
It'd be a little closer to like poorly set Jello. Would be a very good description of how it looks.
Before you drink, you have to scrape the skin off.
Yeah, it's. I wouldn't drink this. This one's poison.
Yeah.
And I will say, the damage from this necrotic poison is going to be 8d8 necrotic.
88 necrotic.
No, not 88. 8d8.
No, they're right.
No.
There are
DC
some
is.
creatures that heal from necrotic damage, so they could drink it.
Yes, this is true. The DC will be 17. for saves.
Against being poisoned.
Versus poison and save for half, of course.
I spelled poison wrong 4 times. I'm just gonna quit trying.
Poisson. So that will do. That's what you got right there. Anything else you need to do?
Well, pig, that'll do.
Okay. Oof. Excuse me. Anybody else have anything you want to do? Asher? Any things you need to make?
No, nothing that requires scene now.
Okay. Well, is there anything that you need to roll and make, I should say, or mess with in the case of the Etetremini sphere?
No, because he's just going to be putting essentially just time into stuff he's been making for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just needed to check.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And Jolly, anything? Okay. And Becca, you're good up on your bullets. Is there anything else you need to do? Okay. As you guys are making your day and a half of travel, this area to the east of Hargrak appears to be largely farmlands. You see that there are various crops that have been set up to begin growing. Darius, you will note that there does appear to be Aori fruit that is starting to grow. It is not complete. It is not ready yet, but it is at least budding. But you can see that they have quite a bit of hardy stock that is being grown in this area. Many tubers, tomatoes, peppers, stuff like that. And the marking that the map is bringing you to is honestly not that far off of a farmer's plot of land. You'd still be a little ways out. I'd say probably like a good half to quarter of a mile, but if the farmer's lands are literally within eyesight. You can see it. And just like the last time, where the map marker leads you is solid ground. There is nothing visible above ground. Yes, Jess?
Thinking.
Okay.
There's gotta be a
actually-
cave entrance somewhere.
Actually, Asher? What level does your cart get the digging thing?
I didn't think it was 9, but it might be actually.
I'll check.
Yeah. Is it 9 or is it 10?
It is 9. Travel innovations. Your Arcane Caravan gains burrowing, flying, and swimming speed of 40 feet.
There we go.
We did.
We digging?
So,
Let's
Jace,
slap a giant.
Yeah.
would you care to describe this, because no one else is aware of what the fuck your cart can do now?
Yeah. Yeah. So with a heading, yeah, the cart will stop rather abruptly, and then there's going to be a very heavy thud as the actual base of the cart hits the ground. And then there will be a little bit of side-to-side shuddering as the cart itself kind of takes a bit of a different form. There will be from anyone on the outside watching this, it's just look absolutely insane. The actual front of it will, instead of looking akin to more of like a bladed train front, will at this point get a corkscrew. The two, what would be the front wheels, become these kind of digging pedals to the side, and the back wheels, two of them will move up top to the upper corners, and two of them will kind of move out to the side and become these tracks as it just sort of digs itself. The cart just starts to dig itself in, and then once the nose is in, it'll just start going. Very quickly, the actual windows themselves, if you're looking out one of the windows, will not show anything but dirt.
Additionally, Jace, your cart can you can choose a single damage type for your cart to be resistance to.
Oh, sweet.
It lasts for you just decided on a short or long rest, so it lasts until I break your cart, basically.
Okay. Sounds good. I will make that decision for sure.
So currently, you guys are plotted at a downward trajectory as Asher's cart begins tunneling its way deeper and deeper below ground. I would like perception checks.
Can you
I mean, if anyone's gonna see good and dark, it's you and me, Jess.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that's fair.
yes, but your DCs are gonna be a little different from what they normally are.
It's okay. I do, in fact, have a natural 20.
I forgot you
Hey,
did.
Becca.
So if
Becca
I
got
don't
a
roll
nat 20.
a natural 20, I might just use the natural 20 there.
Yeah.
Becca got a nat 20.
I rolled a natural 20 anyway. I swear to
Okay.
God.
That's me. Well,
I can't believe I
probably
called
can't
that. What the
beat
fuck?
that, but
Fuck yeah.
I can't believe I called that.
Becca and Michelle, nat 20 crew.
Asher, if you'd care to as well.
It's not gonna matter.
That's fair, but still, I like to give you the opportunity to be involved.
A 14.
And
Not
Castella.
bad.
I didn't roll, honestly.
Okay. So, in that case, Granny and Fizzy, you two will have the best luck at managing to spot some things. At first, it is mostly soil that you are seeing. Soil, stone, harder rock that's been packed down. It's nothing terribly shocking. What you will note is as the vehicle begins to tunnel, you guys see the briefest glimpse of what is effectively like this perfectly circular opening that appears to be another tunnel going in a slightly different direction from where you're going. And this is not something that was made by an animal, Fizzy. You can say that without a doubt in your mind. It is just a perfectly clean tunnel. It looks like it'd be enough for a medium-sized person to kind of hunker down and belly crawl into, but it is definitely an opening that someone went into.
Right? It's going in a different direction.
Slightly different direction, yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
Storing that for later.
Yep. Asher,
Mm-hmm.
following the general map marker that you've been provided, your cart
map
tunnels
marker.
downward. Yeah, as opposed to private.
Yes.
Your cart will tunnel down about half a mile, you'd estimate, until eventually you will feel that the boring drill at the front of it has breached open air and is no longer pushing material past it.
Cool. We have a light on the front of it. So Asher is going to have the light point out, and he's going to look out the bubble to get kind of an idea of what it is that we're looking at in this chamber.
Okay.
Before we drop down
one
into
moment. Yep. So it is definitely at least partially a natural chamber. It is a cave that is then redeveloped and changed a little further in to where like a flat wall of a building of a sort has been made in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Fizzy and Granny, what I will point out to you two is that the perfectly smooth tunnel that you saw that someone had dug comes out into this same opening.
There's no way to tell how old that hole is, right?
Not from a distance. In fairness to Jill, Fitz does have the ability to tell the age of things by touching it, but from a distance, no, you really wouldn't be able to know for sure.
I think if I notice that the hole comes into the same place that we're going to, then I will say, like, I will point it out. Like I think there's, I don't know if it's anything to worry about, but there is another hole that's coming into this same spot. And it looks like it's big enough for a person at least.
Yeah, I think I saw that on the way down too. Maybe it's like an exhaust port or vent.
Could be just someone making a hole.
We'll have
I don't
to keep an eye on it.
remember what happened.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We'll have to keep an eye on it.
I can go and touch it if you'd like to try and see if it's see how old it is.
At least see if it's the same age as everything else. Approximately.
Yes, if it is recent, someone else might have been here first.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go and do that. Asher, are you gonna park the drill somewhere? I don't think the building is going to fit it.
No, we'll go ahead and park it anyway. Just so that
Okay,
way nothing can come behind us.
Okay. Fitz will move over to the opening, and they'll touch the outside around it, and they'll touch the inside of the actual tunnel, and they'll meander their way back, and they'll go, okay, so it's definitely newer than the cave around it. The cave around it is really old, like the age of a cave. The tunnel, though, that's about 380 something years old. I'd say 384 if I was right.
Right.
So it wasn't built in the last like couple of weeks. That's good to know. It's not a current hole.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Asher, this is your thing, I think.
We're going to take a look.
Okay.
Look
All right.
around. I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at yet, but
Okay. From the exterior, this is very clearly a simple structure from the outside. It is not aesthetically pleasing. It is flat, straight stone walls that have been reinforced with a form of metal. Nothing terribly shocking. As you peer inside of the building, Asher, you will see that it's almost like a very large display hall of a sort.
okay.
You see that it has one long hallway that goes down and then two wings that stretch out and branch. And it looks like it was intended to be a display area. You can see that there are cases that have little placards on them with nice cushions where something was intended to sit, or some things were intended to sit. small wall hangers, stuff like that, and there were all sorts of them. But what you can also see is that this place has been ransacked. There are boot prints on the floors where people have been walking in and out, in and out, in and out. Many of the cases have been smashed open. Glass and detritus now litters the floor, leaving basically mostly rubble. Some of these name placards seem very interesting. There is one that you'd be at least vaguely aware of. I think we decided that you were aware of the old language that Etetremini kind of focused on, or was it one as another party member? I can't remember. Either way,
Yeah, I thought it was Asher, but
I'm pretty sure one of you had the ability to do so. But
Probably
you would see that there's one that's labeled the integrated healing circuit, another called the thought engine. There are a bunch of these interesting little titles given to each of these. They've all been broken into, every single one of them. It's possible some stuff was missed, but in this immediate area, you don't see much.
mm-hmm.
At least nothing that hasn't been ransacked.
Gotcha. Okay. How many entrances or how many ways out of this room are there?
Ways out, there's one. There's the one you went into. But for like other rooms, you see at least one room at the back. There's a doorway back there.
Okay.
There are the other wings, the left and right. Although if these are just more display cases, you got a hunch that those wings are going to be basically the same state as this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible maybe there are some smaller storage rooms. If you were a Etetremini, maybe you would have maybe set up a room to do like maybe maintenance work or like backstage maintenance, stuff like that, where you'd have to like fix lights and stuff like that. Maybe there's a spot for something like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
At least if you were to guess.
Yeah. Is this giving off more of the vibes of an artist's gallery to like show off to friends, clients, kind of brag about everything that I've accomplished? Or is this more of this is so that way I can see all of my work sort of display room? Or third, is it a museum?
If you were to guess, it's probably a combination of all three. It's a display case for his own work, where potential clients can see his work, and also a spot where we can catalog and show what has been done. Now, what you'd assume, especially with the Etetremini, these were all probably still working objects that have been stolen. So
Yeah.
there was potentially an absolute treasure trove that's just been ripped through
Yeah.
hundreds of years ago, most likely.
Yeah. Okay. So there's an entrance at the back. I'm curious in that. Because this wasn't just done overnight, this was done over time, especially if they knew that there wasn't, there wasn't any active security on it, so there's no reason to go looking in like storage closets or any of that shit. Asher's gonna be smart about this, knowing intimately at this point Etetremini's signature for his medal. Asher is going to pop locate object.
Can start looking for that.
Yeah.
Good deal. Okay.
Is that an always prepared thing?
Yes. Yep. So yeah, Asher's gonna pop that because reasons. We're gonna be smart about this. That way, if there's something in one of the small rooms around, he can grab it. Otherwise, we're going to focus on that other doorway.
Yes.
Gotcha. So, Asher, using locate object, you will have it lead you in the direction of what appears to be some side rooms. Like you assumed, they're storage areas of a sort. And you can see that there is one old, battered case. It's like a little wooden box that fell back behind a shelf. And prying it up and loose and opening it up, you see it's an assortment of various bits and bobs, like screws and threaded rods and sprockets and cogs, stuff like that. And it's all in that same material that you were looking for.
Okay.
It's a nice little harvest that I would say you could use for a future project to give yourself a nice little bump on your results.
Got it.
Just as like a little just in case if you needed it.
Cool.
All right.
Asher will pocket that.
I figured you would.
Yeah.
But the storage area itself, it looks like they definitely were picked through, but not for anything especially interesting. Fizzy, you will note that there is what appears to be a barrel that has, this music is not fitting. Hold on a second.
A barrel with unfitting music.
Yeah, a barrel with ill-fitting music for the scene. There we go. You'll notice that there is one barrel that appears to have been a food container once upon a time. That time has long since passed, and as of now, it is a mass of a bluish gray mold that has appeared to have grown throughout the entirety of it.
Gross.
Yeah, it is.
I'm eating, Connor. This is gross.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's my job as a DM. It's not my fault you decided to eat lunch.
It is fungus, though.
But yes, it is a massive collection of mold spore that appears to have sprouted out of what may have been food. So, peering through the rest of these areas, Jace, Asher, you wanted to go to the back room, correct?
Yeah, because just going off your description, that was like the most likely that we're gonna
that would be
advance any of those. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be your thought where like maybe there might be more stuff present or things that couldn't have been snagged. Asher's gonna get lost in the back rooms. Oh no.
Yeah.
Asher and the
rest.
rest of the party, peering into this back room, you'll see that it is what looks to be like a large office of a sort. All of this place has been very, very well kept, surprisingly, despite the state of the outside area. You see that there is what appears to be a small construct of a sort that's just kind of like squatting in a slightly inactive state. It resembles almost like a spider, but with like these two long paddle arms on the front of it and a little opening in its chest. It currently appears to be inactive, but the room is clean. It is not a crab, Becca. I saw that. It's like sweeping, pulling paddles, not like snappy claws. What I will say is there's also very clear blood staining on the ground. Old blood staining. It has dried onto the floor quite severely to the point where it has not been able to get cleaned away like dust and other materials. But there are two objects currently hidden behind some faintly glowing fields of energy. One looks like this, kind of like a hemisphere with a bunch of little blades and needles poking out from the bottom of it and some vials sticking out. And the other one is this slightly curved piece of bone with bits of metal and gems embedded into it and a blade sticking out from the bottom. Very short. It's about yay long as blades go. I will also point out The room has some very nice decorative filigree going along the walls, and these very evenly placed holes in the wall itself. They're all right about, like, I'd say like waist height for you, but the holes themselves are about yay big, like 3/4 of an inch in diameter. So what's the plan, everybody? Yes? Jess? Oh, not me. Got it. Got it.
This ain't my domain.
Fair enough.
We
Asher.
follow Asher's lead, man.
The Etetremini stuff is his, and I guess
Yeah.
Ignatius's.
Yeah. I'm not particularly good at dealing with traps, but if there's anything hidden here, I might be able to help.
Yeah.
I could check for things that are invisible.
If you'd like to do that, go ahead. Going to start with the holes on the wall. Not stepping on anything important, just so that way I can take a look for traps.
Stepping carefully, make an investigation check.
Let's do investigation.
While you're rolling
Do that with advantage. I'm helping.
Oh, okay.
Darius will assist you.
Sweet.
And while you are doing that, Ignatius, casting See Invisibility, you won't immediately see anything looking at you guys like a scrying sensor or anything of the sort. But what you will note is that crisscrossed across the force fields that are storing those two objects I described are what you would almost describe as threads. And they're just going across it side to side, up and down, to the very front of it. That's all you can see.
Would I say that's akin to the alarm spell, which is one of my subclass spells?
Oh, if you have that spell, then yeah, you'd recognize it is an alarm spell of a sort.
Yes. There are alarms all over that field. I could dispel them one at a time to create an opening large enough to enter, but it would take quite a bit of time.
I might
I'm
be
also
able.
prepared to spell magic.
Might be able to get us there a bit quicker. Total of 27 on investigation.
Very cool. Okay. Asher, looking at these openings, these little holes in the walls, you'll see that they have the telltale markings of a spiral style groove that's been carved into it, coming out, like what you would see in the inside of a firearm
Rifle.
and you very quickly deduce that whatever this is a trap that is intended to basically at gut height fire loose a barrage of bullets, thus all the blood you saw. Someone tried to break in and they got ripped into. I will also point out to you, Jace, on a nearby wall in here, there is what appears to be a symbol that's been kind of like scrawled onto it in chalk. I do have an image ready for it if you wish to see it, but it is not especially important. It is not tied to anything story-wise.
Gotcha. Okay.
Until we find a guy later that has that as a tattoo. It's like, you.
No, not happening. Trust me, I know. I know, it's fair.
All right. Knowing.
Oh. Actually, I have another idea.
What you got?
Let me just read the wording on it. No, sorry, actually it wouldn't work. Non-detection only works on divination spells and alarm is abjuration. Drats. If that was divination, I could have cast non-detection and walked right through. Never mind.
Good thought, though.
Yeah. Yeah, we're looking around where this guy is, or where the blood stain is, because now that we know what we're looking for, is it a single pressure plate, or is it like a number of them?
It is a number of them. You probably need a medicine check to try and deduce exactly how many people were here, and how many people were badly injured.
Mm-hmm.
But it is multiple bloodstains,
Yeah,
or one guy with a lot of blood, but you doubt that part.
could be. I'm more curious to be able to mark the pressure plates themselves.
That's fair. You can do an investigation if you'd like to try and find the traps.
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
that.
I was saying, if you need help with the medicine check stuff, I could have helped with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying, Michelle, if you would like, you can do a medicine check.
Sure, I'll do one.
I'll assist with that because I also have proficiency.
Okay. So, 2 rolls?
No, you have advantage, my friend.
Yeah, advantage. So wait a minute.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I rolled a 13 and a 14, so plus, I think plus 11? I know it's like stupid high now because we just gained a plus, medicine.
If you have expertise.
Plus
and-
13, so 27.
Jesus Christ. So there were absolutely multiple people here. You would estimate 7, maybe an 8th who may have been a halfling of a sort, possibly. Judging by the blood staining, they were all standing in various positions. One was very close to the force field itself, and then the trap went off. And you would guess, just based off of the blood stains, probably 3 of them would have been in very rough shape. The other 5 would have probably made it. But these are all gut shots, so these would have been very painful and caused a fair amount of bleeding.
So whatever this is something that, like, is very bad.
It's made to maim, more so than to kill.
Well, she'll just look at Asher and be like, well, we should be careful. Very dangerous.
Mm-hmm. I am on that.
Can it help with anything? It's 8 people.
Got
And
it.
what did you get on your check, Chase?
24.
24. No pressure plates. You can say that definitively. There are no typical mechanical traps present here in this room.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, it looks like, taking into consideration that there's a trap and also those alarm spells that Ignatius noted, it is a trap that has a magic trigger. So those threads across the force field, if you cross them, will set off the trap and fire bullets at you.
Okay.
What I will say that is noteworthy for someone like you, especially considering that you have the object, there is a similar slotted spot for a blast sphere to be set in a desk nearby.
Are there any markings around where that is, or?
You can certainly see the telltale markings of someone having tried messing with it using like a probe or a pick and trying to like scrape at it or pick something. You do not see any evidence of it working, but you can see someone definitely tried.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, in that case, Asher will set the he will set the blast sphere in the hole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Setting the blast sphere inside the hole, you will see that it will flatten itself out slightly to make something like what we would know as a screen, and it will put forward 2 little phrases, one on one side, one on the other, and the one on the left reads out, where is it? The one on the left reads out Serestine Channeler, and the one on the right reads out Cardiarcanic Implant.
Okay. Would either of those two things mean anything to Asher?
No, but you'd assume that it has something to do with the things that are being stored behind those force fields.
Yeah.
You think that maybe by like trying to touch the words, it would let you try to open it?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah. We'll do the implant first.
Okay. You select the implant with your hand, and a brief passage will open up in front of it, along with a small spot to enter in a word and a little keypad to type. And it says, I take years to make, moments to break, some never lose me, others never had me.
Reputation?
That, I believe that would be something that we are still forming ourselves. Trust.
I was thinking trust personally, but reputation also.
They are kind of one and the same.
What was the wording again exactly?
I take years to make, moments to break, some never lose me, others never had me.
Probably trust then, yeah.
Let's give trust a try.
Okay. You type in the word trust onto the password box, because that is what it is. Don't worry, Darius. Don't worry, Jess. We cannot hear them. You're okay.
Oh,
Oh,
Jess
I
has the
see.
mic muted.
I see. I apologize. You enter in the password into the entry box below and press enter, and then you'll hear a loud click from all of the barrels around you, and then you'll watch the force field in front of you flicker and dim and go away. And it opens up to reveal the small hemispherical object, which you now take to be the Cardiarcanic Implant. And it looks like this. Give me a second.
As it is loading.
Cool.
As by unlocking this, you also did get the answer to what it does exactly. I will not force you to roll investigation or to try and do a check to find out exactly what this is. This is an object that has to be surgically implanted into a person. It will take a medicine check, DC 20, and an hour-long surgery to get it done. Upon doing so, the creature's constitution score will become a 17 plus their initial modifier. So in a character with a very high constitution, it could be a very big boost. In a creature with a very low constitution, it's still going to be a boost. Additionally, you may put potions into the implant and make them last twice as long as they would normally.
Okay. We will grab that and keep that for later.
On the plus side, you have someone who's very good at medicine.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
Yeah.
And if you do it today, I can guarantee a nat 20. so that nothing
Yeah.
goes wrong.
Start.
This is also fair.
Shove it.
Brandon, I don't think you need to be too concerned considering you have a plus 13.
Yeah. You never know with this group.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. I shouldn't speak too soon.
I also cast guidance on myself, to be fair,
Yeah.
too.
Remember
So-
all of those athletics checks we failed to hold on to a cave wall?
Yeah, that's fair, actually. I shouldn't speak too soon.
You remember all the times I failed to jump over a hole in campaign 1 with a +8 to athletics?
You're an exception to the rule, okay? You know this. You're an exception to the rule.
Holes are your
No, don't
mortal
clap.
enemy.
It's not a good thing.
So does the vials like stick out of your chest when it's done?
So, if you were to say put it here on your body, the vials and the slight hemisphere, like the little half sphere part, it will be sticking out of your body.
That seems dangerous.
It is. Thankfully, it seems to be very sturdy and it's a magic item, so don't worry. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
No one's gonna rip it out of you.
Yeah, imagine how difficult it would be to sit if you inserted it into someone's posterior.
Oh no. And the password screen that you put into to get to this one will go away, and you'll see left behind is just the Serastine Channeler.
We will flip it for the channeler.
Got it. This one I'm definitely gonna type out for you guys, so there's no confusion. Well, let me just paste this here.
More riddle.
Yeah, more riddles.
Always
More
a
riddling.
dangerous thing, because they can be incredibly easy or difficult and it varies by person.
I'm very
true, it
excited for
does.
someone who's very bad at riddles.
Are you bad at riddles?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The text reads out, "The great make their monuments by taking me from others. Fools think that they lose me when taking on lovers. In the strongest of keeps, I am simply lost. In the eyes of many, I am the greatest cost. Too many armies and soldiers, I ride with their banner. No matter their method, their reason, their manner. Most desire me, but only notice when I'm gone. What am I?"
Honor. Oh, hold on.
That does seem fitting.
Yeah.
Or life.
All these things so intent on
Got
all
it.
these like word puzzles. I don't like it. It's too smart for me.
That one's easy. Freedom.
Yeah. They take it from others. Some people, when they get married, claim that they lost their freedom. Army soldiers, I ride with their banner. Yeah, no, I'm with Asher.
Asher will put it in.
You will hear a very loud click from all the barrels around you, and the force field will open up. That was the one I thought people were going to have a lot harder time to go with, Jace.
I was giving everyone else a second to see if they could figure it out too. I was like,
Smart,
yeah.
Connor.
It's not that Jace is smart. I think I forgot how much of an anarchist Jace is. So the minute they read any of this, they're going to be like, oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they're taking away people's freedom.
Yeah.
I get it.
Connor,
Yeah.
if Tana was still here,
Easy
she would have had it
clap.
immediately.
Damn it, that took
Oh,
me like
yeah.
30 minutes to make. You guys solved it in a half a minute.
Asher's also an anarchist, so it makes
I know.
Yeah. It depends on what's
true.
important to the person,
I
both the
know.
character and the player.
I also just like riddles.
Yeah.
That's fair. I will reveal to you what the Serastine Channeler is. Or Serastine, technically.
Well, if you're good at working with
Seriously,
children, you're
change.
better
If-
at riddles as well.
It's true. Hey, in fairness, if you were here 380 years ago, there would have been a whole lot more than just this.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's long gone.
You know, this campaign is not 380 years ago. Okay.
Exactly. So the Saracen Chandler, just like the other item, you need to make a medicine check to install it. It needs to be put into the back of someone's neck, between the vertebrae. When installed, the creature's intelligence becomes 17 plus their initial intelligence score. So you could potentially make someone very smart. And by expending a charge and using a reaction, they can force a reroll of any attack or save made within 60 feet of them, whether made by a friendly or by a hostile. That's a charge of 3 per day and recharges 1d2 every dawn.
I'm not gonna say anything, but I just think it would be extremely funny if you gave it to Fizzy.
That would be funny.
Fizzy's
Be
head would
smart!
hurt from all of that information. Like, how do you guys deal with this?
Fizzy finally has an understanding of what the Pythagorean theorem is. They understand
Fizzy-
now.
Fizzy can finally beat Ruben for the best student star.
I don't want it, but I just think that would be extremely funny.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
That's something we can decide later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Etetremini sphere does not unlock from its current position, Jace. I'll point out to you. It is still in position, but there is no more of a display that's been up there.
Okay.
Last time you saw something like this, it required physical manipulation to find other things.
So there is something else.
Possibly.
Are all of the alarms gone?
On the two,
Yeah.
on the two openings, yes, those have gone away.
There's nothing else in the room that is spiking because of the invisibility.
Yeah, no, nothing else appears that is invisible.
Alright.
In the interest of expediency, Asher is going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Casting Detect Magic in this area will reveal to you that it is absolutely magical here, yes. It's less so a matter of finding the magical part and more so finding the most important thing here that is magical.
Yeah, that's...
You will see that there are definitely some spots that hide, are showing telltale signs of maybe hidden passages being present here.
Mm-hmm.
Things that have been hidden for cosmetic purposes.
Gotcha.
So, moving walls, hidden doors, stuff like that.
Anything that... Do they all seem connected to where the sphere is?
They all seem to be talking with the sphere, yes. It looks like that is the thing to control this room.
Got it. All right. Time to get cracking. Yeah, Asher's gonna start manipulating it and keep an eye on how the room reacts to each of the things he does in order to try and not just be like feeling around in the dark.
Try and get an understanding of how everything works.
Yeah.
I get it. Intelligence check, please.
Yeah. That's not even in the tray. Stop jumping out of the tray. There we go. That is a 14 plus 5, 19.
19. You mess around with the controls on the sphere a little bit. And you're pretty sure... Oh, hey, Ann. Oh, no. You're pretty sure that you have an idea of how some of the other options here in this room are supposed to behave. Namely, how the cleaning robot is intended to function. As you see, the small, squat, spider-like robot that was laying inactive kind of springs up and gets back up and starts crawling around the room, and you see it starts scraping up anything that it finds on the ground into the little opening in itself, where it just kind of vanishes.
Is there a log for this room? Like, can I see the last time that robot was activated?
Yes, there is a log. You will see that, opening up the display again, there is a log of previously put in actions. It looks like the robot activates on a schedule, but interspersed throughout that schedule, you occasionally see a message from someone that is just a period as it's trying to get someone's attention. And if you scroll back far enough, you see someone saying, "Is anyone there? Can anyone hear me? Can anybody read me?"
Is that our friend?
That I would it be accurate to guess that that's he?
That'd be a fair guess.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
basically the exact same thing that was done last time you saw it.
Yep. Well, at least I know where the bodies went. Okay. Asher's going to take the robot and put it in his coat.
You pick up the cleaning robot and it goes, and then you put it inside of your coat.
Yep.
Great, something to add to the spiders and the cat and the other machines.
Not
Hang on.
only that, but if this thing is a pocket dimension, if Asher turns it inside out, it's going to vomit its entire contents out.
What the fuck? Why are you gonna try and turn Mr. Robot inside out? He's a friend.
It's
Also, if this killed a bunch of intruders and they had stuff on them, it would have sucked all of that other valuable stuff into the pocket dimension.
yeah, or it teleported to another place, and if we discern that, we can send in like Frog or Reuben.
Get in the cleaning robot, Frog. Get in the robot.
Take this bag with you. Put everything you find in it.
Exactly. But that's a later problem. Okay.
Please add the cleaning robot to your inventory.
Will do.
You've taken him hostage.
Yep. We'll give them a more exciting home.
We name it Wally.
Just adding that really quick. Asher will keep working on it to see if we can open up anything else.
Okay. Another intelligence check, please.
Gotcha.
Anybody else have any actions they would like to perform here?
I'm just watching to make sure Asher doesn't blow anything up.
Also fair.
Only a 15 on that one.
Only a 15?
Yeah.
You're starting to think this is going to be a little bit more of a struggle than you were initially expecting. This is proving to be a little bit difficult, and you are officially starting to repeat your actions, and you're not thinking of other ways of doing this. You're kind of hitting a wall here.
Okay.
Plus side, you did just figure out how to make the room a little cooler by about 5 degrees.
Sweet. Asher does have to locate object still up at this time. Is there anything in a different direction out of here worth note?
So locate object, does it have a limitation according to material?
I know it's 1,000
It is.
feet.
It is blocked by like a sheet of lead.
Yeah.
Um.
I don't know about through walls though. It might
Any
not be
thickness
through
of
walls.
lead, but that's it.
It only specifies lead, it doesn't specify stone or wood.
Yeah.
Correct.
Let me post it.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, so in that case, you would see that there is a large mass of the material that you're looking for hidden behind a nearby wall.
Okay, we're gonna give it one more go. Specifically focusing on that wall, not anything else.
Yes, Jess?
Can I help to give them advantage?
You may.
There we go. It's 18 plus just flat intelligence would be
23.
23 plus another 5 for
Flash of
28.
genius?
Flash of genius.
Fiddling around with the controls a little bit, you will eventually manage to open up the door, and you will uncover another message. This one appears to be a voice recording.
Oh, cool.
The echoing bones appear to be in good shape. My clients do appreciate my works, so it's good to have them come by every once in a while. I'm growing a bit tired of this. Crux is finished, which is good, but still. I need to find new projects. The Black Wheel is piquing my interest again. I believe I may go back there.
And then the message ends.
Got it. Black wheel. Would Asher run into anything like that in his readings and research?
I'd allow you to roll a history check if you'd like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
No. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, can I provide guidance, but I don't think that would work for this.
Fair enough.
I would if you'd let me, but if you wouldn't, that's also.
I have no problems with it. You can.
Okay. I'm gonna give you guidance, Chase.
Sweet. Guidance
Yeah,
is D4.
This is very much one of those situations where I will not say no. You can absolutely do so.
Okay. Cool.
Guidance is a 4?
D4.
D4.
Yeah. No, it's a 4. Okay. So that's 24 total.
24 total. So the term the Black Wheel isn't something that you've heard of, at least not off the top of your head from any kind of documentation from Etetremini or pages written about him.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were to guess, it has to be a unique location, maybe even one he's noted.
Yeah.
Which, if that's the case, you have a map showing you all the locations that he has noted.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh, also the wall opened up.
I
That's
was
also
gonna
an
say.
option.
So, before we do anything with the sphere, what's
Yep.
behind the wall?
Behind the wall, you see a similar control area like you saw back at that mine where you had the deal with those illithids.
Got it. All right, we're gonna hop in and put the key in and say hello to he.
Gotcha. Placing the blast sphere back into place, you will see that a display opens up and then it reads out, I see that one of the areas has just become active again. I'm assuming this is the individuals I met back at the other mine.
It is. This is Asher. Bonjour. How are you, he?
Yes. Doing well. As well as one can.
Good. Good to hear. Good to hear. I will be making my way down to you before too long, but we are on the search for an object of his that may or may not exist. Do you know anything of a interplanar portal that he may have constructed.
Oh. Ah. Yes, I do know of it.
Cool. Could we get a rundown on it? Do you know where it is?
I am aware of its location, yes. He referred to it as the confluence membrane. He was attempting to create a portal that was universal in its use. A portal to enter celestial planes, lower planes, other locations, without ever having to change the gate itself or create more of them. That was the idea.
Cool. We're trying to get a hold of it to keep it out of the hands of some people that want to bring something into this plane that would cause general madness, obsession, pretty much the destruction of all intelligence and enslavement of such.
These are considered bad things currently? I'm joking.
Okay, good. I was going to have trouble trying to explain this to you, if that were the case. Do you know where it is?
Yes, I do know where the confluence membrane is. I would not recommend you try to enter.
Enter the confluence membrane or the place
The
where
facility.
it is? Oh, shit. Where is it?
Underwater.
Cool. Where underwater?
South of the eastern coast, if I recall. There were... No. South of the eastern coast, where it curls slightly. It was near three islands. Closer to the coast, though. It was right near another facility.
Cool.
But the water is not why I am telling you not to go there. You must understand. That was one of the last locations where he was working, which means it's one of the last locations where security was the most active.
Jace might be remembering this wrong. Etetremini's old body.
Yes.
Was it underwater?
It was not underwater. No, it was in a room. Certainly.
Okay.
It was either underground or in a dark room. Either way.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You said it was by 3 islands.
Correct.
To the southeast. Was the entrance on land or was it itself underwater?
Underwater.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Well, we know where it is. Oh boy. Is the transport marker for that available? Is it running? Or was it destroyed at that facility as well?
No, the marker for at the warp crux for that location should be still active, yes.
Is the warp crux in this facility still available? Can you tell?
You're at the Echoing Bones. This location never had a teleporter.
The fuck?
It was not intended to.
What's the point of building a facility if you can't get easily in and out? All right.
You bring clients with you on a quick teleport, and then you take them out with you. It was selling product. That's all it was.
All right. All right. Okay. Fizzy.
Yes.
Where was the entrance down to your place?
To my cave?
Mm-hmm. Ah, shit. Okay.
Where is that? Okay, wait.
It's Arkenret. It's over here in the
It's up here,
forest.
yeah.
Yep.
It's up. She's like, it's like around there. Why?
I'm trying to do things related to mathematics. Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
Dun, dun, dun.
Nope, that's the wrong thing. I
No.
pressed the wrong thing.
That one did not work. Can you see if the facility to the north of us, this the one at the crown of the landmass, is its
The very
crux.
north, there are two facilities there. One's a mining facility, the other one should be a location for magical experimentation.
With
I believe that
the
one.
the experimentation. Is the warp crux there online?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
There are other ones nearby you. There should be at least 2. 3, technically, if you're willing to go further.
The ones.
Yes. I believe the Fulminant
Yes.
Spire and the Waking Organ are the closest ones to you.
I have a
The
question.
waking organ.
That's
Correct.
horrible. I have a question. Where are we right now? Like physically, where are we? Can someone
Here.
please like point out on the map?
Becca's pinged it about 13 times. Why are
Okay,
you doing
okay.
this, Becca?
Where? Okay, so
All right.
what?
It's
There was the
fine.
Waken Organ and what else?
The Fulminant Spire.
Okay. And their warp crux are both available.
They should be.
Okay. We will head to one of those.
Best of luck to you. If you do come here for the Warp Crux, I would appreciate it if you retrieved me, so that way I could return to a body.
I fully intend on doing that, T.
Thank you.
I will let you know I have already figured out how to do that. It's not quite there yet, but I'm almost on his level already.
There's no concern about that. I already have an idea where a available body should be.
Okay.
It will be as simple as slotting my head into position.
Do you have your head available? Or are you missing your head?
Well, available is certainly a word for my current state, yes. I am ahead. And that is all I currently am.
if I brought another head to you, would you be able to help me turn it on and see if we can wake up whoever's in it?
Yes, in theory.
Cool. Did you address them as siblings, or what did you address other creations as?
They were other individuals.
Okay.
They're not my brothers or sisters. They are their own individuals.
Understood. I have a head, so I figured we could at least turn that on. That way they're not just not existing, out in the void. That's rude. Okay. 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 Oh, Heat.
Yes.
I just listened to one of his recordings, and it's talking about a black wheel.
Yes.
What is the black wheel?
The black wheel was an absence, is the best way of describing it. Magic is intended to permeate everything around us, even in the smallest of forms. But the black wheel is a location where magic would not exist, no matter what was attempted to be done near it. It is not an anti-magic field, it is the non-existence of magic.
What was he doing with that?
I would assume attempting to find out why it was the way it was. He found it right near one of his locations where he was cultivating magic in a crystalline form, and then something began contaminating it. And then he found it.
And do you know where that was?
Yes.
Where was that at?
That.
It would be towards the northern edge of the continent, just south of the Horn, on the north.
Huh. Okay. Was that one of the last things he was working on?
It was the one he was most interested in, but he did work on it quite a bit. Yes. He was most interested in it because he could never find an answer.
Interesting. I'll be over by there at some point. We'll have to figure it out. Okay. All right. Thank you for all your information. We will be getting to you within maybe a handful or so of cycles. Unfortunately, this business of trying to secure the gate is of the utmost importance. Just because we... Were you ever aware of an entity related to the color yellow? Did
No.
that ever come up in his time?
No.
Okay, good.
Not
Keep it that
aware of
way.
anything of the sort.
Okay. I was gonna say, if there's anything in any of the memory banks, just delete it. I don't know a lot, but I know enough to know that. Okay. We're going to secure this. Once we are in the Warpcracks network and we secure that, then I will make my way to you and get you freed up and in the body, and we can talk from there.
That will work for me.
All right. Thank you again for all your information.
You're welcome.
Take care, friend.
You as well.
And Asher will disconnect. All right.
One.
Our gate is not in this castle.
I have a little question. A little
Yes.
one. Hey, were you in the room by yourself with this conversation, or no? Like, would it have been possible for other people to have been in the room while you were
Yes.
talking?
I would say yeah. You guys could at least be
Okay.
nearby.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is... Where was that, like, magic bad, no magic thing?
South of the Horn, near the northern edge of the continent,
So, like, the
Seems
closest
like
one.
it was west of your home.
near another facility.
Closest to... That doesn't have anything to do with the weird stuff happening. Right? No.
I mean,
It's
if it corrupted magic crystals, there's nothing to say it can't corrupt organic material too.
It would be interesting as it is not a uniform spread. If that were the case, the fungus seems far more
Fungus is also
focused.
new.
Yes. Though there
Maybe-
might be
maybe-
magical things that
maybe-
would stop the spread.
I'm not saying we have to look into it now, obviously, because you have more important things. But like maybe at some point we look into
It
that.
could be connected. If it's connected, we'll probably run into it.
Okay.
That was exactly my thoughts.
Okay.
Well, before we go looking into that, we should at least check on your home first. But two things being that close, that sounds similar enough. They could easily be related. So
But no, obviously your stuff is more important. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I just at some point.
we once we get these gates taken care of, if we don't have any leads on the child or anything like that, I think we could go there and at least get an idea. There could be something of use up there as well. So let's start there, and we will do our thing. Okay. I don't think there's anything else of use down here. Let's head on out.
As the party begins making their way back to the cart and then back topside, we will take a break. 5 to 10 minutes.
Break time. And we're back.
I did just think of something that I feel like I should ask. Since you guys now have burrowing and flying as options, do you want to do land travel, or do you just want to just burrow underground? You could do that.
I don't think we should be making tunnel systems underneath all of
Yeah.
Etetremini.
Also, is land
Why not?
travel
Dangerous.
faster?
It's the same. It's the same movement speed as
It's
the
the
card
same movement
itself.
speed.
It's just a mode. If we're gonna do, look at this topographically.
Technically,
say
flying
burrow for,
would be
like,
the
going
fastest because
Yeah, that's. I was gonna
If-
say.
Yeah.
if you encounter something hard underground that you can't burrow through, you have to go around.
Mm-hmm.
You can go over mountains in the air.
Yeah, I think our biggest hold up in travel time, I think, is the mountains. So we can and if we can fly, we could just fly over the mountain.
As the crow flies.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
It is very much an option as of now.
So then in that case, Asher will bring the cart back up to the surface. And give me a second because I want to specifically make sure that I'm getting it when it can change. I may need to wait for the next day. When is it?
We can start traveling anyways.
I sent you a link to it if you needed it.
Yeah. Now it doesn't say anything about changing the type. It just does it. So yeah.
Yep.
Up on the surface, there will be a brief moment of stoppage. And nothing anyone will be able to see, but the top physically opens up, going back to some of the original like wedge shape that the cart has always had. And then a large balloon will come up out of the top.
Yes.
It will start to gain lift as it lifts up off the ground, and as the tracks come back into the cart, there will be on each corner, kind of almost like X-wing style, there will be 4 arms that come out with propeller blades, and those will start moving it forward.
You made a hot air balloon from the newest Legend of Zelda game.
Yeah.
Going full hot air balloon up in this bitch.
Or my comparison was the cart from Pyre. I don't think as many people played that.
I have not played that. So, yeah, half a day's travel is relatively easy for you guys. Which is the planned one that you're going to be going to? Is it this one here, or am I mistaken?
Which one are you talking about?
This one here?
It's Fulminating Spire.
Yeah. So.
No, I was thinking this one over here.
Or are you going to trying to go to this one there?
Thinking of going to that one over there.
Research facility.
Yeah. We don't have any notes on what any of these towers things are.
I will point out he did say that there are 2 near you, which those are the nearest ones to you.
Yeah, but there might be cool shit in the other thing.
Yeah.
This is fair.
And we can fly, so we can go anywhere.
This is also fair.
So if Asher wants to go to a specific one, you go to that one.
Yeah, I'm just checking.
Yeah. No, just in the interest of time, we'll just go to the spire over here.
No. Fulminating means it appeared suddenly, or came up suddenly.
Okay, so I apologize. Making your way further, you will see that oh fuck, my stupid thing isn't saving it anymore. No, you cuck. That's better. Making your way slightly to the north, it's about half a day's travel. You will come to another nearby section, another area nearby a section of farmland. It does not appear to be as close as the other one, but it's still nearby. And you will see that there are at least a handful of a small clusters of people that are pointing up at the flying cart as of now, as you're drifting past.
Mm-hmm.
But you will be able to, much like last time, land and then begin burrowing down into this area, as nothing appears to be very different from up above. As the cart begins bringing itself down further and further and further, you will very quickly reach a point where the drill reaches open air.
Okay.
You are still angled downward right now, I'm going to point out.
Oh, fun. If it's open air, yeah. We'll just pull up and stop. Take a look around.
Okay. Peering to actually perception checks, everybody.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Natural 20 from Jace. Asher, I should say.
20,
Good
but
job,
I got six
Asher.
things, so
Shout out, bro.
28.
Okay.
This die
Natural
the Jester die really loves me.
Hell yeah.
Which makes sense because it's me.
Natural 20 from Asher. Darius, you got yourself a 19. A fizzy.
19 plus 9, so 28.
28. Granny, you got a 7. And Ignatius, you got an 18.
18.
I did get a. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got a 7.
I thought I saw the. I thought I was the 16 die, but.
Nah.
So, what you guys will note, I will say most of you guys note, is that the opened area that the drill has knocked into is dark, like pitch black, really. But the most notable thing is that it is dark even to the drow. You guys are not seeing a lot of light past a certain point, and it takes a moment to finally click and realize what you're seeing. It is cloud cover. You are seeing underground what look to be dark black storm clouds. Asher, with your natural 20, what you will also see is that there is the faintest ripple of something like, you'd say like an octopus tentacle that squirms through the clouds.
Ooh. And it's just empty air.
It is open air and clouds. Like literally, like you don't know where the ground is because you are just looking at cloud cover.
Cool. We will drop out of the hole, go instantly into flying mode, and fuck it, we'll head towards the tentacle.
You're going to head towards one of the tentacles?
Yeah. What could
Okay.
possibly go wrong?
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
What's the card say?
I think it's like 14 or something like that. It's not great.
This is going to be why we still use ground travel for the majority of it. Because if the heart breaks while we're in the air.
AC 15.
Well.
And hit points equal to 10 times your level in the class, so 90 hit points.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Who the fuck is stomping directly above my head like a dickhead?
Is it stomping or is it a basketball again?
It's stomping.
No, it's the kids are just running around.
I hate them.
We all know, Connor. We know.
I hate kids. Asher,
Yes.
you begin flying through the dark clouded air, and you will be able to catch the brief glimpse of what appears to be a large tendril coming whipping towards the actual cart through the clouds to try and hit it.
Fucking A.
20 will hit, correct?
Yeah.
I need to check.
Yeah.
Wait,
Fuck
hold
it up.
on. Hold on.
Yes?
I can maybe not.
Uh,
Give me a second.
Does it have to be a creature you can see to use the wheel?
I can see a tentacle.
You can, in fairness, you can see the tentacle.
Okay, never mind. I rolled for I got the positive one, the one that helps us. So
Okay.
Ah.
So that will be I could do numbers good. 18 points of bludgeoning damage as the large tendril comes crashing into the actual side of the cart and knocks it sideways as it flails through the air slightly.
Well, that was
It is still
rude.
It is still standing, but
Very
the
much so.
tentacles do not appear to be friendly.
Okay.
I don't think we want the tentacles to be friendly.
To each their
Depends on
own.
who you ask.
No.
Shall we
What is the
save
plan?
there's
Nothing
a
ventured, nothing
ground?
gained. Asher is
Fair enough.
Asher's gonna heal up the cart with some firebolt
By-
as we move
Yeah, you're
away.
gonna put a firebolt into the
and
fireplace.
yeah, and we'll move away and start. How much up? Or did we come in at the top of this
You came in at the
chamber?
top.
Okay, so
Yeah,
down we
you
go.
came in from the top.
So we'll
Yep.
we all float down here. So we'll just keep continuing downward.
Yep.
Would not. Jeez.
You begin to allow yourself to drift downwards further and further, as you are now aware that there are more of these tentacles that are kind of whipping through this large bit of cloud cover. And as you descend, you guys are looking out at what looks almost like a very barren landscape. There are signs of what looks to have been something like flora and fauna here. Maybe it was some kind of a myconid growth. Maybe it was, something fungal. But you're not too sure. But it appears to have become dried and desiccated after the years of it being in the state. And at the very center of this area, there is this large spire that just stretches up back towards the ceiling. That would strongly resemble almost like muscle sinew, if you were to try and describe it. It looks like it's made of stone, very dark stone, but its shape and form resembles the elasticity of muscle more than anything else. The only light that you have here is from like the lamp lights on the cart itself. That is all. This place is pitch black.
Cool.
The only thing that will occasionally provide a brief bit of light is the flicker of lightning from the clouds up above you.
So is no one concerned about the fact that there is a storm underground?
I'm concerned
ever
about the
see-
big. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, have you ever seen those little glass jars full of like moss and bugs? They get their own little like moisture coming down. It's like a giant one of those,
Concerned
but with
about the-
tentacles in the sky.
Yeah, that. It's that. That scares me.
It could possibly be powered by some arcane mechanism. As for the creature, could be a guardian of some sort, or could have simply made its home here when the place was abandoned.
Or it generates the clouds and they use the lightning for electricity. Nah, stupid.
Any of these options?
I forget, does Asher's cart count as a creature?
I think
Not
only for him.
Not
No,
really.
it's a. It doesn't
It's a
count as a creature.
It's statted in the same way that like a horse, like a carriage is statted.
And
It
then
technically
I-
has hit points.
yeah.
It technically has an AC, but it's not a living being.
Then that means I cannot cast protection from evil and good on it
No.
if we need it.
No.
Alright.
So there's no easy way for us to get calamari out of this.
I don't think you want to eat that.
Question. Actually, no. Let me roll for something. Because Michelle has a thought, but I don't know if Fizzy would.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled a natural 20, so maybe I would. I don't know what's with this die. I swear to God, this die is like loving me today. I promise you, I'm not.
All the love, man. All the love.
So like, don't like mind flayers have like weird tentacle thingies?
Some do, though they're typically not this large, and the ones that do grow large live in water.
So it's not mind flayer. Like
It could be related, but they also don't particularly appreciate lightning, as far as I can tell.
So it's not that. All right, probably. That's good. Are we supposed to go into that scary thing?
I have no idea.
I don't really know either.
Seems like the main building of the place. And it matches the icon on the map.
Cool, let's do it.
Very well.
If we die, I was gonna say something, but if we die, we're all gonna be dead, so no one can help.
If you
True.
die, then I will have failed at my job.
Good enough. Onward.
Onward we go.
So, you bring the ship. You're bringing your cart down all the way, correct? Onto the ground.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Bringing your cart down to the floor level. You bring it closer and closer towards the spire itself, and you can see as you get closer, the true enormity of this thing slowly starts to sink in. This is a structure that would rival a few city blocks that you guys have seen. This thing is massive. You can see that there very clearly is a door, or doorway more accurately, where one could drive their cart in. And just slipped away. And as you do so, you'll see that the interior of this building has that same muscly, sinewy like texture to it, to how it's been designed. Hanging from the ceilings, there are what look to be chains, cages, and other objects for the purposes of containing something. You see signs of what look to have been creatures of some sort that were inside of a few of these cages. But the most interesting thing you will note is that there appears to be some autonomous movement by these cages. They are occasionally moved and pulled down towards the very center of the spire, where you see that there is this flickering, pulsing liquid present here. It is mostly dark, except for these brief moments where you can see little flickers of something like lightning just skipping through it. And as these cages with the deceased bodies are dragged down into it, they're pulled back up, and the bodies come out different, morphed and changed, more limbs, less eyes. They change every time the body gets pushed down inside of it, and it lives again. It gets back up and rattles at its bars and screeches and gurgles. And then it lifts up, gets pulled away to some unknown location, where the next one comes in, brings down the cage, does it again, does it again, and does it again.
Checking if they are undead, or if they're truly brought back to life in some way. Or constructs, I can't sense that.
They do not appear to be undead.
You won't have to worry about updating Jess. She can hear this.
What?
Well,
Bluetooth works in the bathroom.
Oh!
well, this just seems cruel and unusual.
Not entirely out of character for someone so fascinated with life.
I don't like it. I'm just gonna say I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm with Fizzy on this one.
Creepy, and I don't like it. Do
Does,
we have to go inside?
does this look like Etetremini's work?
Boy, how would I have you check that? Investigation, I suppose.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what a good roll that would be.
Yeah.
That's 26?
26 on the check.
Yeah.
So, no. Insofar as the information that, well, not the information, the examples of his work that you saw was largely mechanical. But Etetremini is supposed to be a genius, and at a certain point, one would have to move away from doing only mechanical experiments to physical experiments with flesh warp or plant craft if one was skilled enough. So while it does not match up with the mechanical creations you've seen them do, well, it would stand to reason there wouldn't be much left in the way of examples of biological stuff. It would rot away.
Mm-hmm.
And it would fit his purview of creating things, certainly. Although this certainly does bring a different side of him that you would have ever heard of. So you can't say for sure it's his, but you also can't say it's not.
Okay. Well, this looks like this is where we are going, I guess.
I'm gonna say it because I can't. I don't like it. I will go because you're my friend and I trust you, but I don't like it, Asher.
You know, Connor, we should bring back the Pathfinder knowledge engineering skill for this game, as well as the use magic device skill.
No, I never liked use magic device. In fairness. So, what would you like to do?
Well, there's supposed to be a teleportation circle somewhere, right?
Yep.
Somewhere in this facility, certainly.
If we're at the
Guess
bottom, then it would be most likely somewhere up.
Yeah, I guess we explore.
Yep.
Alrighty then.
Time to do
Perception
some
checks.
exploring.
Is
New
the
perception
space
check.
also is the space large enough for Blues to move about readily?
Yeah, Balus could very well move around. You guys can be in the cart. You guys can be on foot. It's up to you.
Oh, the cart does not have good stealth. So,
Let's leave
No
the cart
shit,
at the
really?
bottom.
in the interest
Maybe
of
so.
not tipping off something that might be considered a guard,
Wanna
I
stealth?
say we stealth on foot.
I will cast Pass Without a Trace then.
Cool.
Gotcha.
Right.
So perception checks first, and then follow it up with stealth checks.
Okay.
That's awesome.
What was that, dude?
That's awesome.
I'm gonna take my natural 20 for my perception check because the dice finally said no and rolled a 1.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna take that natural 20 and it's mine now.
Bro, my
That's
dice
good you
said
did
no
that, because I also
too.
rolled a 1 on stealth.
Well, we're not doing stealth yet. We're doing perception first.
Oh,
Yeah.
rolled a 1 on the stealth.
Oh,
Yay.
afterwards.
All right, Jace, what'd you get for your perception?
Perception's a 14, stealth. It's a 2 on the die, plus 4 for 6.
Oh
I really hope there's not a
Okay.
step here.
16.
Yeah, let's go. Well, no, plus
Listen.
10 for 16.
Plus 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was not
Okay.
a natural one, but so
Okay.
close.
Kaz, what did you get for your perception and stealth?
14 plus 7. I don't know.
21.
Okay.
good
Highest
percent.
roll from advantage was 18 plus the add-ons. I don't even bother, honestly.
18 plus 10 plus, I think it's 12 at this point.
Yeah, so they're 40.
Yeah, so 40. You're fine. Hey Jess. While I get to everybody. Oh, yeah, you did. You're fine. You're good. I apologize. 27 on perception. 20 on stealth. Fizzy. What'd you get for perception?
20
Stealth.
for perception because I initially rolled a 1 and I was like,
Okay.
no, I have a die. So 20, so 29. And then for stealth, 30. So I rolled an 18 plus 2
Gotcha.
plus 10, so 30.
All
I
right.
just was a 20 for stealth, by the way.
So, Becca, what did you get?
I got a 17 on perception and
Mm-hmm.
a nat 1 on stealth for a total of 14.
Yay!
And Ignatius?
I was kind of waiting for Manoska so you can see what my stealth modifier is.
It'd be in the negatives, isn't it? It's gonna
Yes.
be in the negatives. Oh my god, it's in the
And
negatives.
disadvantage from armor, so
hello, paladins.
Ah,
Paladin.
that's what we were missing
The
today.
exact opposite of
That was
like
unfortunately I can't take the 17. I'm stuck with the second roll, which is
Hold on. Let's see how this goes. Hold on.
this one.
Fitz rolled a 20.
Fitz went great.
Kaz found it's the exact opposite of Kaz.
Yeah.
Jesus shit, that is awful.
Let
Okay.
me, in part because it doesn't really matter at this point.
So, is this one natural
we
one or
have-
2 natural ones?
It's one.
One.
Just one.
Okay, good.
Well, we also have a horse, which
Of course, of course.
rolled a 17.
Why is the...
In fairness, you don't need to roll for the horse. I don't make you roll for familiars unless
Oh,
they're
what's this
actively being
Okay,
used.
but he's a horse.
Ada.
He's a.
He-
It's not like a
he's-
monkey riding a shoulder. It's a horse.
He can be unsummoned.
Odds.
He literally summoned him.
He can be
horse,
unsummoned if need be.
horse still rolls better than a lot of people.
It's true.
Shout out to the horse, though.
Shout out to the horse.
Highest perception I believe was the 27.
Nope.
29.
Nope.
It
Oh,
was
29. I
20.
apologize.
I rolled a nat 20, remember?
That's fair. Highest perception was the 29, so I'll go with that for the perception check. After the stealth.
It's the worst
Fuck's
we've
sake,
done in a
you guys.
while, I think.
We did
2,
so good.
3, 4.
A win from a
5.
character with a, at this point it would have been plus 10 to stealth, to -1 and
Oh
disadvantage.
my god, it's so
Yeah.
bad. None of you, almost none of you are being stealthy. Kaz has no issues, of course, but everybody else.
30!
Hey, There are still several other people who rolled very badly. Don't count
Okay, I
yourself
had-
here, buddy.
I had a 20 and Fitz had a 30.
I know.
If I didn't
Half the
have
group is not being very
disadvantage, that would have been
stealthy.
26.
You guys are having some serious issues with some stealth.
I be stealthy
Not for lack of
when
trying.
gone.
So you guys are making your way through this spire. Okay, hold on now. And as you are doing so, you come across a few possible pathways. You can keep going along this floor and kind of follow where the cages are being brought off to, or you can go up staircase, start heading up. Which way would you guys like to go?
You wanted to check the top of the tower, right? As the most likely place.
That was the suggestion, yes.
Does a teleportation cycle count as an object for detect object or locate object?
Let me look at the phrasing on that, and I'll get back to you. Keep talking amongst yourselves.
Depending on how
Presumably-
curious we're feeling, we could just follow the cages.
Yeah, presumably the cycle would be wherever the main lab is, and that might be where these cages are being brought, but I'm not certain.
So the exact wording of the spell actually does include furniture, and for the purpose of this, yeah, I'll include a teleportation circle as furniture. So you could certainly do locate object.
Alright. Might as well pop it then. I'll post. Have it do the spell in the chat as well.
Oh, apologies. Okay. As you guys are discussing this amongst yourselves, you hear from where the cages get brought off to. I will say Fizzy and Darius, who both had really high perception checks. You guys will hear the distant sound of the cages being brought off, and then you hear something go clang, and then something drops, hits the ground, and then you hear the sounds of fighting. Basically, you hear things fighting amongst themselves, and this will go for a few minutes until the fighting dies out, and then you hear the sounds of something protesting as it's being picked up, screeching animalistically, and then you hear the clang of a cage retracting, and then you hear a cage moving off. Locate object will show that the teleportation circle is up higher, but it is not at the very tip of the fulminant spire itself. It is somewhere towards the very middle, at the very center of the building itself.
Alright. Ignatius will be late. The teleportation cycle appears to be centrally located. About halfway up and in the center, in position to the walls.
I guess that's where we head then, as opposed to watching a horrible mutant fight club.
True. We have an objective to get to. Let us do it.
The fighting would not be without purpose. If I had to venture a guess, I'd say it is testing for the most desirable traits amongst these creations.
Yeah, I'm
And-
sure it has a purpose, but it's still killing and then forcibly bringing back to life and mutating. It's weird.
Traveling upwards through the spire, you all will begin to hear more familiar noises, especially anybody who likes to hang out in Asher's room. You hear the sounds of servos and clicking of cogs as it sounds like there are some kind of constructs that are moving around up here on this floor. And you all attempt to start making yourselves as quiet as possible, clinging to the walls and avoiding rounding around any corners without checking. You guys begin to slow down as you make your way through this area, keeping an ear out constantly. You will note that if you cast your eyes out through the side of the hall, there is something like a glass partition to give a glimpse downward, and you can see, like you guys properly guessed, what you could best describe as a pit for fighting. And there, all of these creations are being tossed in, and the strongest are being taken out. It is barbaric. There was no other word for it.
Yes.
Keep going.
Barbaric, except to someone who has a very detached sense of the world and mortality. And then it is science.
As you guys have stopped for a moment to peer out, you hear the of something kind of going down the hall near you. And Asher, you'll see what you can best describe as like a large mechanical spider of a sort. It looks like that's its intended method for locomotion, but at the very top of it, you see a structure almost like a little turret. It's like a snake's head with two cannons, you would best describe, on its side. And it appears to be very ponderously making its way through and then stopping. Turning its head back and forth and then moving on a little more.
Righty. And is it stopping just at corners, or?
It stops at corners, it stops midway through the hall, and then it keeps going.
Okay. All right, let's try to avoid that the best we can and continue to be as quiet as we can.
Yes.
We don't belong here, so don't think it will like us being here.
And if it's connected to others, then attempting to harm it might draw more.
Mm-hmm.
You all begin making your way further down the hall, further into the spire. And it appears to be going well for the most part. Except, well, a few of you are having some serious difficulties with stealth. Granny is not the quietest individual. Ignatius, as you guys have all learned, is very much not a quiet individual. And Asher, even you are having a little bit of difficulty moving quietly.
Mm-hmm.
And this will come to a head as you guys all round a corner and find a spot to wait for a moment while Ignatius, Granny, and Asher are lagging behind just a ways. At which point, Granny will accidentally step on the back of Ignatius's boot, and Ignatius will trip, fall, and land on the stone floor with all of the sounds of about 15 pots or pans being dropped.
Most excellent.
And then you will distantly hear this. You will distantly hear the sound of something down the hall going.
Keep moving.
From the bottom of my heart, my bad.
Yeah.
I think we're running at that point.
Oh yeah, I figured. Could I please get a round of athletics checks from everybody? Thank you very much.
Oh, good.
If anyone ahead, because Ignatius is already in the back, if anyone ahead is struggling, gonna pick them up and put them on Balloose.
Gotcha. Yes, Jess, you were raising your hand.
Do I have to roll this at disadvantage?
Well, considering what Cody has just called out, that if anyone is having difficulty, they will be placed upon the back of the horse. I will say you are placed on the back of the horse, and you may roll for Balloose.
Yeah.
I don't know what Balloose is.
What's Baloose's modifier for athletics?
I think just a +4. I don't
+4.
think
It's a
war
horse.
horses have proficiency in any skill, but
Well, they're not
18.
going to have a lot of difficulty taking someone with them, so
Well,
Yeah.
why'd you let me roll?
I wanted to keep you engaged.
Yeah, let's go.
Trying to be a good DM.
Have you met
Oh,
me?
no. Look, your curses are not my fault, okay? I don't cause these.
That was awful. That was a 5.
I don't know what bog witch your family pissed off 100 years ago.
Hey,
But
hey.
you need to fix that.
What are the bog witches?
Hey, technically that's a +1 moving forward.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Better a bog witch than a sandwich.
What?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ, Chase.
Fucking
I already
hell.
had a sandwich today, though.
Oh no. Okay. Asher, what'd you get, buddy?
4.
Fuck's sake.
Oh my god.
5 minus
Kaz,
1.
what'd you get? Kaz?
Kaz.
Oh, me. Oh.
Yeah, what did you get?
16 plus 7? That's
Okay, you're
not-
good.
I can't math, honestly.
No,
Um,
it's 23. You're good.
Math too hard.
Terrace, Balloose got a natural 1. Is he?
At least Darius is not going to be choking.
Yeah.
You're muted.
You're muted, buddy.
16 plus 1.
Okay.
17.
Granny
I got a 19 total.
and Ignatius.
5 plus 8 for 13. A 5 and still middle of the pack.
I know. Well,
This is not an athletic bunch. We forget this. This is so
I'm
disappointing.
wondering-
dude.
Would you allow me to roll an animal handling check to see if I can give Jess advantage on the horse?
No, because Balloose is a trained war horse that is actually a summoned familiar, effectively.
Yeah.
It's gonna follow all orders that have been given to it. This is just pure bad luck. This is coming down to. It's not training. It's not. It did badly. The horse fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can. So Jess, you can blame the horse for this one.
But will you?
I'm not letting the horse take the blame for that. That's mine.
Okay, never mind then. I tried to give her a cop out.
Bullshit. I'm cursed, not the horse.
I'm cursed,
So-
not the horse.
Yeah. Jess, 2023. So, Asher
Mm-hmm.
is just slightly ahead of Darius, who has been placed upon the horse. Ignatius begins sprinting past you, no problem, Asher, as does the rest of the party with no issues. But as Balloose and Darius begin to make their way past you, well, it appears Balloose seems to have a bit of a stumble and knocks itself to the ground and sends Darius forward into you.
Excellent.
Leaving you guys behind as the automata begins charging towards you all. Yes, Darius. Darius is doing something. It's okay.
Misty Step won't work to save Asher too.
I have
It's only
No,
just
that's-
one, right?
Yeah, Misty Step is just one person. You're thinking a dimension door.
No, I mean the thing chasing after them.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Yes.
It's only one.
Why not just banish it?
Well, I can try something.
It's a fair
but
possibility.
I might save that for you.
You try your thing, and if that doesn't work, I'll try banishment.
So,
Because banishment might be a good idea.
Yeah.
The only other thing is if anyone has ice spells,
Well,
if it's down the stairs from us, I can create water and then just make an ice lake.
Ignatius.
Are you-
Fuck's sake.
Are you trying to make my automaton hydroplane? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Ignatius is running back and is going to, when it gets within range, cast command and say deactivate.
I'm also gonna cast Sanctuary on. Wait, so Darius is the one who tripped, right?
Darius is the one who tripped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can cast Sanctuary on Darius. Although I guess if it, yeah, because we just agreed it's a creature, right?
It is a creature.
Yeah.
So it's only
It
gonna have
has
a
to roll
little
its
bump to it.
DC 15 wisdom.
That would be a
Okay.
17 total.
Alright.
Also, it's
that will
DC
be
DC 16, Cody. You should have a DC 16, not 15.
That's right.
I would like to cast. I would like to use not my D4 to
Yeah.
see if
Try
it will,
and
to make it fail.
let's see. Last time you did this, it was a positive.
2.
-2.
Yes, I rolled
Okay.
-2. Yeah.
So Ignatius, you will sprint back towards it and scream out, deactivate. And you will see that this quite large spider-like automata has charged forwards, and you say deactivate, and it stops on a dime, and then lowers itself down, and the light in its face goes out.
It might not stay this way for long. We need to get moving.
Yep, I've been moving.
Let's hustle.
You guys very quickly begin getting back up and moving away. Within 1 minute of this having gone down, of you deactivating it, you will hear some chirping from the distance, and then the similar sound of servos opening back up as something gets back up from its sitting position.
Hopefully, deactivating it also suspended whatever effect it was like on for tracing, and it's returned to its normal patterns.
We'll see. You guys have begun running further and further up the stairs into the Fulminant Spire to try and escape from these creatures. And in time, the distant sound of the automata will fade away, and then you will find yourselves at what appears to be a door. It looks to be fairly heavy stone, but well made, so it may open up just easily. You don't think it is locked? Do you wish to simply open it?
Yeah, let's try to open it.
I would like to check for
Unless you wanna-
traps first.
Yeah.
Just-
Investigation, please.
Apparently, we just are not rolling well with this. Double check my investigation.
Oh, Bean's attacking Becca.
It's
She keeps going
15.
through my wrist.
You said 15?
Yes.
Gotcha. Asher, you do not see any signs of a mechanical trap here.
Okay.
But you are aware of a vaguely musky odor in the air. And you are not entirely sure what that would indicate.
Okay. Guess. Guess at this point, everyone just be ready for anything. There's
Round of stealth
other
checks, please.
on the other side. So there's probably something somewhere.
And a stealth.
We're at 10.
16.
15.
Oh,
Good start, everybody.
Back I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to roll twice. Sorry. Been sitting on my mouse.
Like a suffering.
Yeah.
Get up.
Move her simply.
I will not.
Not as good, but it's not bad.
Again,
She is my joy.
my high roll was my first one.
What'd you get, Asher?
With Pass Without a Trace, a total of 20.
Cool. Kaz,
Well,
what'd you get?
the dice is 14, and then add-ons. I'm not gonna bother.
No,
on
that's
it.
fair.
Million
That's a
dollars.
36.
That's 36.
100.
And Kaz disappears again.
I'm not gonna bother anymore.
No, it's fine.
Kaz just doing
Just tell me if you get a natural one.
Yeah, that's
Just tell me if you
Yeah.
fuck up the roll.
Just
I don't know.
wait. Just wait until
Yeah.
11th level when she gets reliable talent.
Fuck off.
Anything less than 5, tell us. Otherwise, just say you passed and move on.
You're good. You're good. I'm assuming you're good. Especially if I will say, assuming that you're using Pass Without a Trace. If we're not using Pass Without a Trace, then tell me the number. You could theoretically fail that. But with Pass Without a Trace, you're untouchable. I really can't have anything roll anything against you without making it immediately notice everybody else.
A druid and a rogue are a very dangerous combo, apparently.
Well, no, because Asher's boots also give me advantage.
Yeah.
It doesn't make noise.
I know.
Well-
I know.
So
No noise.
And
for one shot, I had a rogue druid combo with a natural +20 to stealth without Pass Without Trace.
Gross. Darius, what'd you get, buddy?
18 on the die. Well,
All
18
right.
with the die and it's a 28.
28. Got it. Fizzy?
3.
23?
Yeah, I love it on the die. Just,
Gotcha.
like, not great, but
Granny?
I rolled a 5.
15.
Plus 10,
15. Ignatius?
7 minus 1 plus 10 for a 16.
Okay. Asher, remind me again, what did you get, buddy?
Total of 20.
Roll 20, got it. And Fitz got a 14.
Question, since I rolled it, does Fitz get my +1 going forward?
I will grant poor Fitz a +1. Yes, sure.
Tied with Granny.
Sure.
It's not fair to Fitz to be cursed with my abilities.
As you guys open up this room and step inside, you guys will all be hit with this wave of this heavy, musky odor of like wet dog and almost like a mixture of wet dog and low tide, if you were to describe it best. And as you do so, it takes a moment for Granny to realize that there's a problem, but Fitz and Ignatius will both hold out their hands really quickly to stop her from moving, as you two and everybody else have now become very aware that in this room there is cage after cage after cage of abomination that are sitting in their own little hovels with their own filth and some food to sustain them. And you look like you guys just barely avoided alerting them to your presence. And perception checks, the highest ones were Darius and Fizzy. You don't need to roll again, you're okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I need to say this right off the bat for Darius and Fizzy. A few of these cages don't look to be in great shape.
Let's avoid getting too close.
None of them have long brown shaggy hair, right?
No, none of them are saying Edward.
Okay.
Edward. No,
Cool.
none of them are saying
Got
anything
it.
like that.
Yeah, we need to.
That was the immediate vibe I got.
That's fair. That was kind of my inspiration. Shao Tucker's laboratory was my inspiration. In
Cool.
fairness.
Okay. All right.
It's
Good.
totally intentional. You got it. Thank you.
Perfect. The headspace is perfect. Excellent. I love it.
Yes.
So
I don't-
Is the teleportation circle in this room?
It is not in this room, but if judging by the general layout that you guys have kind of been figuring out as you're moving around, there are basically only there's only one pathway to then go through to then go up again. And this is the path. So you need to go through this room to get to the next staircase.
How big is the room?
I would estimate this room to be probably a good, let me do some quick math. What's the size of one of my battle maps?
Big.
No, Connor,
That's
I don't
not
want
a
to do a
question.
fight.
No, not right now, you nerd. In case I have to make a map.
Unfortunately, protection from evil and good does not work against monstrosities.
I know. Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's see. So it'd be about I would say like a 150-foot room, something like that.
Oh, okay. So silence would not do anything.
It wouldn't do anything if you tried to cast it right off the bat, but if you found a spot where you say had to get closer and you had to be near some of these creatures, then it definitely could be useful. While, if you guys would be so kind, I would actually say we can wrap up the session here, and we can leave off on this cliffhanger and come back later on. Is that okay with you guys?
Works.
All right.
Works for me.
With that, we will leave this here. Thank you all so very much for being here. I do hope you enjoyed the show. Azura's Gaming, thank you very much for showing up. It's fair that you only just woke up. I probably would have slept until 5 o'clock if I could have, but I can't, so whatever. If you guys enjoy the show, please pass the word around, tell your friends. We stream regularly, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Tuesdays, periodically, when me and Jace have the time. We both get busy.
Mm-hmm.
But with that said, you can find us on Blue Sky. We're Dicefunctional over there. At Twitter with Dicefunctional with an underscore. We are on Spotify if you want to listen to the show as a podcast. We're on YouTube. But with all that said, say bye, stream.
Stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.